Over the last 15 months, I have had one sole objective, and that has been seemingly to fill my house with as much baby stuff as possible. Things that my wife and I have purchased, things that I believe my son picked out on his own, although at 6 and 8 and 12 months old, I'm not sure exactly how he did that, but the argument can be made. Things that grandparents and in-laws and relatives and friends and family have sent us to show us love and support. And I will be honest about one critical feature that exists in the baby world, and that is the plethora of horrible toys. I mean, lights, sirens, educational toys that provide screens to like 8 months old that literally just rot your brain instead of teaching you anything about language. We have plastic bobs that break the second you drop them, and just so much wasted space. And yeah, that is the defining feature of America, but I don't want that filling the refuse of my house. And given the nature of the channel that I run, this little board game hobby that I exist in, I know a thing or two about quality products, about things that are pleasurable to interact with, about games that you want to continue playing, and will slowly teach you to play other games in the future. And I have to say, the Lovevery play kits and some of the other Lovevery products that we've purchased over the last 15, 16 months have been few and far between the single best items in our entire roster. We have re-gifted toys, we've thrown some away, many have broken, but honestly, the Lovevery stuff is still here, and the piece or two that we're missing is something that's in the back of our mind that we either need to desperately find or buy a replica of off the secondhand market, because this set is just glorious. Now, if you're watching this video and you're a new parent, amazing. I'm going to share with you some of our favorite toys that we've came across, talk to you about how the Lovevery program works, and encourage you to follow the link in the bottom of the top of the description to swing over and get some for yourself. This isn't a sponsored video or a promotional video, although you will get a $20 discount or coupon if you follow that link. This is a program that Lovevery has literally for everyone who's a subscriber. It's not exclusive to me or the Quackalope channel, but selfishly, if you do follow the link and you go subscribe to any of their play kits, I will also get you'll get $20 off, I'll get $20 for my son, and there's other things on their store that I would really like. They've got like a kitchen, they've got a block set, we still don't have the bathtub toys. Listen, we've got birthdays coming up, we've got celebrations to be had. I've got a single cloth I need to replace on the third-party marketplace that they have set up. There's a lot of good reasons, but the best argument is not sponsored in any way, available to anyone who's a subscriber to send to friends and family. I just happen to have a lot of friends and family. If you or anyone you know are looking for children's toys, you're looking for something that will grow with your kids, the Lovevery system is it. And it should really be the only thing in that category that you need to purchase. You subscribe, or you can buy one box at a time or one set of items at a time, and they send out every about 3 months as your child grows. And if you have a child older than 1 year old, or you're currently in the middle of having a child who's becoming 1 year old, the amount of change and development that happens in that first year is remarkable. I mean, I have a legitimate little human now who knows how to say, Abba, and calls the dog Gaga, and is figuring out how to do hand signals saying, I want more and I'm all finished. It's the craziest thing and the most remarkable journey. And these toys not only have been with us every step of the way, but they've grown with us, and the toys that have came in these Lovevery boxes have been the highlight of, at least my wife and I's purchases that we have. When these boxes come in, we're more excited than the boy, which I guess makes sense, but we're thrilled to figure out what these are, set them up around the house, and begin exploring them with him. And as he ages, they've also aged. The way that he interacts with them, the way that he plays with them, how they incorporate into each other has continued to grow. So, the Lovevery system. Perfect for friends, family, perfect for you. If you're just a board gamer, I think there's still a reason to watch this video, and The heart and soul, that is, because one day, God willing, you'll have a family and have a child, and you should know about an incredible product. But also, this is a good reference point for a company out there that's doing things different and doing things well. It sets pace for how we in our industry can think about items that could be a little bit more heirloom, items that could last a little bit longer, materials that are more organic and a little closer to nature, things that will grow with a family, as opposed to that third copy of Catan or that 15th copy of Monopoly or that edition of Connect 4 that you don't mind breaking and scattering and losing. I miss and long for items that last. A wooden Connect 4 board with maple polished discs, a chess set that you've had in your family since the 1930s. I like those things. I think there's something to be said for toys that stick around. I want them to be pleasurable to interact with, and I want them to be played with again and again, not thrown out and scattered, not returned to Amazon and stuck in a giant box that someone buys and sorts through haphazardly. I don't want to fill our landfills up. Instead, I want to fill my shelves with things that bring us joy and pleasure and inspire moments, right? That facilitate our ability to learn and to grow, both as adults and as children. So, Lovevery system. The Lovevery system is more or less a subscription that you sign up for. They have other items on there, but if you sign up for the subscription, every 3 months, they'll send out a new box filled with various developmental toys, various items that help you grow. And I'll show you a few of these here just because these are some of our favorites and some of the ones that have been my son's favorites over the last season of his life. Like, for instance, this box here is full of, well, if I'd stuffed it better, is full of little pool cloths. I didn't stuff this very well at all. If you stuff them right, they link one after another and give you a little network that you can pull out of. A little magic, handkerchief system, if you will. We would do this, as many times as we would stuff it, he would sit down and play with this, and he still enjoys this. The bottom pops off here. It's made with good quality wood. It's pieced together very nicely. It's got a good seal. They do have more cloths than this. I just didn't apparently find them or grab them all together. It's just this little lovely Discovery tuck box. We have the Lovevery little, finger grabbing system. A few of the other younger kid dexterity systems that they had here. I love a good wooden egg. I don't know what it is about a good wooden egg, but there's just something so pleasurable about the feeling and shape of an egg. But this is just a solid piece of wood, has a little nesting cup, and he's got used to putting it down in there. We have a little work on your finger dexterity grab puzzle. Just a single piece, but these puzzles, of course, continue to develop and get bigger and bigger. We have a full set about this large of these little puzzle pieces, and in the next set that's coming, I believe at 18 months, we actually end up having one that matches up, like associate the duck with the duck, associate the plant with the plant. This whole picture matching system that's coming. Here's another level up system. We have these carrots. They can either be pushed down and stored in the box, or they can be pulled out and put back in. Now, what's interesting about this box is that they have 3 other lids. They have a coin slot box. They have a leaves sticking out of little divots, and they have the carrots. I think the carrots are the cutest, which is why I brought it over, but this is actually interchangeable, giving you flexibility with how you play. This is one of the boxes that came, I think, around 8 to 12 months, I believe, but this is just a little drop and roll puzzle. It seems simple, but the amount of times our son sat down and engaged with this, just sat there popping things into that hole, watching them roll out and continuing to play with it, has been fantastic to observe. We have 2 different balls here. I like this one a lot. I find this really satisfying. He hasn't played with it so much yet, but I assume that time will come. He's more in the I like things that connect mode right now, not in the let's find and throw balls all around the house. I think we're headed in that direction soon, though. Listen. One of these is heavy, one of these is light, and this is just a awesome demonstration of 2 products that look very, very similar, that look the same, that provide 2 different tactile feels that give you, some grip strength training. I mean, for a kid, this is a pretty heavy ball. I'd say this is at least a pound, I think this has got to be a pound. I mean, that's a solid ball, very condensed, whatever the case. And this one is almost nothing. It's extremely, extremely light. But from the eye, they look identical. We have a little rattle here full of wooden balls. Not too obnoxious, not too loud, but satisfying. Easy to grab, get some little fingers in there and play with. We have this puzzle just came in this last, I think at around the 1 year mark. I'm missing one, I'm sure it's over there, but this is just this little piece. These rings can be stacked on here. They pop into this and then they fire back and forth out of the side. It's well designed, it's satisfying, it's not likely to break, and it's just made to last. And I love the little mechanic system that's there, the little flip back and forth system that they have. They have things like felt balls that come in packages, and we technically bought these separate as a birthday gift for ourselves and for him, but little felt baskets to store things in, and it just feels good. I like interacting with it, and you can, store various different items. You can store balls in it. You can go ahead and put all the discs in this cup and have him take the time to put them where they need to be put. It's just made well. It's all so satisfying and designed to teach him and grow with him at every stage necessary. This here is a little drop toy. So it goes down, and you have different ways to get things out. You have a door here on the side. You have this lifting one. You have a hidden hole here, so you can reach in, and you have the drop door there. And of course, you can just go from the top like he tends to do. What else do we have here that I wanted to show off? This little slide puzzle here. So if I take one of these balls, I drop it in, and I can move it back and forth. And it's angled so that it rolls a little bit away from that hole when you drop it in. So you have to slide it in order to get it back out. It's well made, it's wooden, it's elegant. I don't really know what more to say other than the fact that we haven't needed any toys added, and we've got a lot of other toys, and we haven't needed any other than this Lovevery system. I did add this wooden bauble to the end of the string here because I thought it would give him a satisfying thing to hold and grab onto, but this little rolling dog, it's built well. It's got a lot of good sturdiness to it. I mean, this thing has already been pulled and plucked and dropped and moved, and I don't see a likelihood of it breaking. And even if it did break, the odds of me being able to either find someone or take the time myself to do some simple repairs on it and bring it back to life is pretty substantial. And it's made, everything that we've gotten from Lovevery has been made so well, designed clearly with a purpose to last and to be experienced as your child grows, as you have more children, and as they pass it down, hopefully, to their children in the future. These are things we're going to be holding on to and hopefully keeping in our family. And yeah, not every single piece is going to be perfect. Not everyone is going to be a home run, but everyone is made with the same design philosophy behind it. And I watched as some toys that we didn't think or he didn't interact with much at a certain age have grown into things that he's enjoyed and continued to interact with or started to interact with as he's been learning new skills, as he's been developing over the last 15 months. This is really a video, one, to share one of the coolest discoveries I've found with the gaming community that I have. I mean, after all, aren't all of these just little entry points into gaming, into our hobby? Whether it's dexterity games like picking and dropping that prepare you for things like, I don't know, what's that road game where you're trying to build bridges all around the room, or fantasy games like blocks that allow you to build this whole RPG landscape and stretch the boundaries of your mind, instead of scripted things like TV that guides you in a direction and tells a story to you. These facilitate your own ability to understand and explore the world. Along with that, you have little problem-solving games, things like this that allow you to pull out and continue plucking, how you go about solving where you get the balls from, how you mix and match, or, add coins to the top slot here, or pull carrots out and count them. Yeah, they're simple. They don't need to be complex, not right now. But they set the foundation for what will one day, hopefully, become a child who likes playing board games with his father and his mother, who wants to sit down and do his best to beat me at a game of Root, or will play Crokinole until he's lost 3 matches in a row, and we'll be up till 2 a.m. laughing and having, a big glass of root beer, possibly, if he's allowed, very sugary. I like it, but I'm trying to do better for him. Having a big glass of root beer with some vanilla ice cream. It's the only respectable way to have it if you're going to stay up till 2 a.m. Bonding and sharing and laughing and continuing, I'm sure, for some of these, to explore and re-experience them in new and different ways. This has been the coolest system. The one thing I will say is I'm not always the biggest fan of the books. I don't like a lot of children's books. I'm a big Sandra Brighton at the moment, Dr. Seuss at the moment. I love the Winnie the Pooh stories, but hit and miss on the Lovevry books. I will say this though, even though I like all their toys, even though I haven't been the biggest fan of the books, my son has seemed to enjoy the books, so I do think they know what they're doing with the core audience they have. I wouldn't buy them for myself, but hey, they do know their target market. So there you have it. A strong, aggressive pitch for you to benefit and for you to also benefit me and my child. $20 a pop is nothing to sneeze at, especially when you're buying a product that is this substantially good. So follow the link in the top of this video description. Place an order for 1 box for a year's worth, whatever you're comfortable with, whatever you're able to do. Buy it for a friend, a family member, or for yourself and your child. And trust me, they're not going to be, and you're not going to be disappointed in the games, the products, the items that come their way. It is worth every penny that we've put in, and there's a lot of things that have not been worth every penny that we've put in, both in our gaming hobby and also in our year and a half so far as new parents. A lot of discoveries, a lot of purchase mistakes. This is not one of them. You'll get a $20 discount if you go sign up through my link, and we'll get a $20 kickback, I guess, whatever it is, a credit. We're not earning $20, but we'll get a credit to some of the items on their shop, whether it's the next play kit season that we want to go ahead and order, or some of the more exclusive items or limited items they have. I'd love to get the kitchen set up. I'd love to get the Montessori style bookshelf or toy shelf that allows you to tuck some behind it so that you don't have everything out all the time. Yeah, there's a number of items that they have that we'd love to be able to get at some point, whether for this kid or one in the future. So follow that link. Go ahead and earn yourself a $20 bonus for items that are worth it, and help us and support us along the way. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. Let me know. Did you watch this if you don't have a kid? Because I don't think I would have probably, although every now and then I do go down some intense rabbit holes on YouTube, just like learning stuff. So maybe this will spark an interest for those of you that are out there, like what's Montessori, and why are all kids' toys for the most part reusable or disposable garbage and trash that get made for their landfill more than anything else? I don't know. A lot of thoughts there, a lot of ideas there. Not a problem that I can solve. Lovevery's on it. We'll see you next time. Bye.